In the biting, crystalline silence of the high Arctic, where the magnetic North Pole exerts its invisible pull upon the world, we have long believed that life reaches its absolute limit. Break time equals 400 ms / in the autumn of 2022. Dr. Break time equals 400 ms / Eris Thorne led a specialized climatological expedition into this frozen wasteland, not to find life, but to track the shifting currents of the thermosphere. Break time equals 400 ms / for 3 weeks. His team recorded nothing but the rhythmic pulse of solar winds. Break time equals 400 ms / Then, on a Tuesday morning shrouded in violet mist, the radar screens flared with an impossibility. Break time equals 400 ms / a massive, slow-moving anomaly was drifting 60,000 feet above the ice. A signature too large for a bird, too organic for a drone, and too erratic for a weather balloon. Break time equals 400 ms / Dr. Break time equals 400 ms / Thorne initially feared a sensory ghost, a trick of the magnetic interference, until he turned the long-range thermal optics toward the stratosphere. Break time equals 400 ms / there. Silhouetted against the shimmering aurora borealis, he witnessed a sight that would dismantle our understanding of biology. Break time equals 400 ms / it was a titan of the clouds, a creature of such immense proportions that it seemed to belong to the age of myth rather than the modern era. Break time equals 400 ms / through the lens. The team watched in stunned silence as a gargantuan, ivory-fleshed leviathan breached the edges of a thundercloud as if it were a crashing wave. Break time equals 400 ms / This was the first recorded sighting of the albatross narwhal, a creature we have come to call the crystalline sky whale. Break time equals 400 ms / it moved with a haunting, rhythmic grace, its colossal wings, spanning nearly 80 feet, beating with a slow, deliberate pulse that defied the thinness of the high-altitude air. Break time equals 400 ms / Most shocking of all was the spiral of ivory protruding from its brow, a 10-foot tusk that caught the dying sunlight and scattered it into 1,000 prismatic shards. Break time equals 400 ms / Dr. Break time equals 400 ms / Thorne noted that the creature did not seem to be fighting the wind, but rather swimming through it, utilizing a complex system of internal gas bladders to remain buoyant in the low-pressure heavens. Break time equals 400 ms / It was a biological island, drifting in a sea of azure. Break time equals 400 ms / As it passed directly over the expedition's base camp, a low-frequency hum vibrated through the very bones of the researchers, a sound that was not a roar, but a song echoing across the roof of the world. Break time equals 400 ms / in that moment, we realized the sky was not empty. It was a vast, unexplored ocean, and we had just met its king. To behold the Borealis glider in the low light of the Arctic Circle is to witness a masterpiece of evolutionary architecture, a creature that defies the traditional boundaries between the ocean depths and the infinite sky. Break time equals 400 ms / measuring a staggering 24 feet from its blunt, sensory-rich rostrum to the tips of its tapering tail flukes. The glider possesses a physical presence that is both intimidating and ethereal. Break time equals 400 ms / Its torso retains the robust, torpedo-like silhouette of a cetacean, providing the necessary thermal mass to survive sub-zero altitudes. Break time equals 400 ms / however. This bulk is draped not in blubber-smooth skin, but in a revolutionary integument, iridescent, scale-like feathers. The break time equals 400 ms / Each individual plume is reinforced with a microscopic layer of silica, giving the creature a metallic, pearlescent sheen that shifts from deep indigo to a haunting emerald as it banks against the sun. Break time equals 400 ms / These feathers are overlapping and hydrophobic, allowing the glider to plunge into freezing waves and emerge moments later, shedding water instantly to regain flight. Break time equals 400 ms / Perhaps its most arresting feature is the magnificent ivory spiral protruding from its upper jaw, a 10-foot-long tusk of living bone, identical in structure to that of a narwhal, yet refined for the aerodynamics of high-velocity travel. Break time equals 400 ms/. This tusk is not a weapon of war, but a sophisticated sensory organ, honeycombed with millions of nerve endings that allow the glider to detect minute changes in barometric pressure and wind thermals. Break time equals 400 ms/. When we look closer at its head, we find eyes the size of dinner plates, protected by a transparent nictitating membrane that acts like high-altitude goggles. Break time equals 400 ms/. But the true marvel lies in its wingspan. Break time equals 400 ms/, stretching 35 feet across. These limbs are powered by massive pectoral muscles and framed by a skeletal structure of hollow, reinforced bone. Break time equals 400 ms/. Unlike the frantic flapping of lesser birds, the glider moves with a slow, rhythmic pulse, its wings tipped with elongated primary feathers that vibrate with a low, melodic hum. Break time equals 400 ms/. Most surprising of all is the creature's hidden bioluminescence. Along the ventral ridge, a series of photophores glow with a soft, pulsing violet light, a biological beacon that mirrors the shimmering patterns of the aurora borealis itself, rendering the glider nearly invisible to any predator looking up from the dark waters below. Break time equals 400 ms/. It is, in every sense, a ghost of the upper atmosphere. To truly understand the Borealis glider, one must look upward, far beyond the reach of the mountain peaks and the wandering clouds of the troposphere. Break time equals 400 ms/. This magnificent creature, a crystalline fusion of avian grace and cetacean power, claims a domain that was long thought to be a biological wasteland: the thin, frigid corridors of the lower stratosphere. Break time equals 400 ms/. Here, at altitudes exceeding 30,000 feet, the air is sparse and the temperature plunges to a bone-chilling -60 degrees Celsius. Break time equals 400 ms/. Yet, for the sky whale, this is home. Break time equals 400 ms/. It navigates the high-velocity ribbons of the jet stream as if they were subterranean rivers, utilizing its massive, 10-meter wingspan to harvest the kinetic energy of the gale force winds. Break time equals 400 ms/. The habitat of the glider is not defined by geography, but by the invisible architecture of the Earth's magnetic field. Break time equals 400 ms/. Their bodies contain high concentrations of magnetite within the skull, allowing them to sense the planet's magnetosphere as a luminous, topographical map. Break time equals 400 ms/. They drift along these magnetic ley lines, remaining buoyant through a remarkable biological process of cold fusion gas exchange within their porous, oil-filled bones. Break time equals 400 ms/. It is a world of eternal twilight and violet skies, where the stars remain visible even during the height of the day. Break time equals 400 ms/. Perhaps most astonishingly, the Borealis glider is almost entirely untethered from the terrestrial world. Break time equals 400 ms/. They are the only known macroscopic organisms to spend 95% of their lives in the dead zone, above the weather. Break time equals 400 ms/. They only descend from these ethereal heights during periods of intense solar activity. Break time equals 400 ms/. When a solar storm strikes the atmosphere, the resulting influx of ionized particles creates a shimmering buffet of electromagnetic energy. Break time equals 400 ms/. It is a breathtaking sight. As the aurora borealis dances across the poles, these translucent giants descend into the upper curtains of light. Break time equals 400 ms/. They do not merely witness the northern lights. They bathe in them, drawing vital energy directly from the solar wind. Break time equals 400 ms/. To see a pod of these creatures silhouetted against a pulsing green sky is to glimpse a relic of a world that defies every law of conventional biology. Break time equals 400 ms / they are nomads of the vacuum, drifting through a silent, crystalline desert where time and gravity seem to lose their hold, existing in a delicate balance between the earth below and the infinite void above. To see the crystalline sky whale in motion is to witness a masterclass in high-altitude survival, yet its method of sustenance is perhaps its most baffling attribute. Break time equals 400 ms / unlike its aquatic ancestors, the sky whale does not pursue schools of fish or pods of squid. Break time equals 400 ms / instead, it turns its attention to the thin, frigid currents of the stratosphere, harvesting a bounty that is invisible to the naked eye. Break time equals 400 ms / this is the realm of aerial plankton, a microscopic soup of wind-borne bacteria, fungal spores, and frozen organic matter that remains perpetually suspended in the jet stream. Break time equals 400 ms / the hunt begins as the creature ascends into the violet hues of the upper atmosphere. Break time equals 400 ms / it opens its cavernous maw, revealing rows of translucent baleen plates made of a flexible, glass-like keratin. Break time equals 400 ms / but filtering the air through sheer movement would be inefficient in such a thin medium. Break time equals 400 ms / this is where its most iconic feature, the spiraled, iridescent tusk, reveals its true, breathtaking purpose. Break time equals 400 ms / the tusk is not a weapon for combat, but a sophisticated biological lightning rod. Break time equals 400 ms / as the sky whale glides through ice-heavy clouds, the friction of the wind against its crystalline hide generates a massive static charge. Break time equals 400 ms / the creature then channels this energy through the tusk, ionizing the very air in front of it. Break time equals 400 ms / this creates a localized electromagnetic field that acts as a magnet for organic particles. Break time equals 400 ms / the aerial plankton, normally scattered and chaotic, is drawn into a concentrated vortex, spiraling directly toward the whale's open mouth. Break time equals 400 ms / it is a spectacle of bioelectric engineering. The tusk glows with a faint, flickering cyan light, casting long shadows across the underside of the creature's vast, snowy wings. Break time equals 400 ms / in a surprising display of precision. The sky whale can even tune the frequency of this charge to target specific types of nutrient-rich protein during different seasons. Break time equals 400 ms / watching a pod of these giants feeding in unison is like watching a silent, celestial ballet. Break time equals 400 ms / they drift in wide, sweeping circles, their tusks sparking with miniature bolts of St. Elmo's fire as they vacuum the sky clean. Break time equals 400 ms / in a single afternoon of high-altitude cruising, an adult sky whale can process over 4 million cubic meters of air, extracting enough microscopic life to fuel its massive frame for weeks. Break time equals 400 ms / it is a delicate, shimmering existence, sustained by the very dust of the heavens. To witness a borealis glider drifting through the stratospheric haze is to behold a creature of profound solitude, yet to assume they are lonely would be a mistake of human perception. Break time equals 400 ms / these magnificent albatross narwhal hybrids are, in truth, the conductors of an invisible orchestra that spans the entire circumference of the globe. Break time equals 400 ms / while a single glider may spend decades without ever physically touching another of its kind, they are never truly alone. Break time equals 400 ms / their social life is conducted entirely through the medium of the sky song. Break time equals 400 ms / these low-frequency vibrations are so deep They sit far below the threshold of human hearing, rumbling through the thin, frigid air like the distant groan of shifting tectonic plates. The break time equals 400 ms / a single call, emitted from the creature's specialized blowhole, can travel over 800 miles, bouncing off the atmospheric ceiling to reach a companion drifting over an entirely different continent. Break time equals 400 ms / the key to this extraordinary connectivity lies in the spiral tusk. Break time equals 400 ms / far from being a mere weapon or a tool for breaking ice. This ivory spire is a masterpiece of biological engineering. Break time equals 400 ms / it functions as a massive, sensitive antenna, honeycombed with millions of nerve endings that can detect the microscopic pressure changes of a distant song. Break time equals 400 ms / when a glider receives a transmission, it enters a state of profound stillness, tilting its head toward the horizon to catch the fading echoes of a pier. Break time equals 400 ms / it is a hauntingly beautiful thought that as they glide over the silent peaks of the Himalayas or the vast emptiness of the Pacific, they are engaged in a constant, whispered conversation about weather patterns, jet stream shifts, and the simple affirmation of existence. Break time equals 400 ms / perhaps most surprising is the complexity of their dialect. Break time equals 400 ms / research suggests that each sky whale possesses a unique acoustic signature, a name of sorts, which it weaves into its melodies. Break time equals 400 ms / they share information with a level of altruism rarely seen in the wild. If one glider discovers a particularly rich thermal updraft or a dense cloud of high-altitude nutrients, it will sing the coordinates to any others within range, inviting them to share the bounty. Break time equals 400 ms / this invisible web of cooperation ensures the survival of the species in the most inhospitable environment on Earth. Break time equals 400 ms / they are the ultimate long-distance communicators, bound together not by proximity, but by a shared symphony that echoes forever across the roof of the world. As the thin, frigid air of the stratosphere begins to shimmer with the auroras of the northern latitudes, the crystalline sky whale prepares for its most perilous and poetic endeavor. Break time equals 400 ms / here, at a staggering altitude of nearly 50,000 feet, where the atmosphere is a mere whisper and the stars seem close enough to touch, the albatross narwhal begins its celestial dance. Break time equals 400 ms / the males, distinguished by the iridescent glow of their spiraled tusks, emit a low-frequency hum that vibrates through the very clouds, a song that carries for hundreds of miles across the silent void. Break time equals 400 ms / when a pair finally meets, they lock their ivory tusks in a gentle, spiraling embrace, falling through the thin air in a breathtaking tandem dive that can last for several minutes before they catch the wind once more. Break time equals 400 ms / the miracle of the sky whale's biology is perhaps most evident in its transition to motherhood. Break time equals 400 ms / after a gestation period of nearly 18 months spent drifting on the high-altitude thermals, the female seeks the absolute peak of the troposphere. Break time equals 400 ms / in a feat of evolutionary brilliance that defies the standard laws of mammalian birth, she gives birth to a single calf while in full flight. Break time equals 400 ms / there is no nursery on the ground, no soft nest to cushion the arrival. Break time equals 400 ms / the calf emerges into a world of endless blue, plummeting momentarily toward the earth below. Break time equals 400 ms / however, nature has provided a fail-safe. Break time equals 400 ms / unlike any other creature on our planet. The sky whale calf is born with its massive, feathered wings fully functional and pre-stretched within the womb. Break time equals 400 ms / within seconds of its birth, the young calf, already 20 feet in length, instinctively snaps its wings wide, catching a stray updraft and leveling out beside its mother. Break time equals for 100 ms/. It is a moment of terrifying beauty. A creature that has never seen the world, flying before it has even taken its first breath of pressurized air. Break time equals for 100 ms/. Most astonishingly, the calf's skin is coated in a unique, crystalline mucus that instantly freezes upon contact with the sub-zero air, creating a shimmering suit of organic armor that protects its delicate hide from the sun's unfiltered ultraviolet rays. Break time equals for 100 ms/. This icy sheath will remain until the calf matures, acting as a sparkling prism that scatters light across the heavens, signaling to all below that a new monarch of the clouds has taken its place in the sky. At these dizzying altitudes, where the air is thin and the cold is absolute, one might imagine the albatross narwhal exists in a state of perpetual peace. Break time equals for 100 ms/. Indeed, for a fully grown adult, the sky is a vast and lonely kingdom. Break time equals 400 ms/. But even the crystalline sky whale is not entirely beyond the reach of danger. Break time equals 400 ms/. The greatest threat to their lineage comes from above, trailing silently in the slipstream of the jet stream. Break time equals 400 ms/. This is the phantom condor, a massive, soot-colored scavenger that has evolved specifically to exploit the sky whale's few vulnerabilities. Break time equals for 100 ms/. While an adult sky whale is far too massive to be taken down, its calves are tantalizing targets. Break time equals 400 ms/. The condor waits for a moment of parental distraction, diving with tucked wings like a feathered stone to strike at the calf's soft underbelly. Break time equals 400 ms/. However, the sky whale is far from defenseless. Break time equals 400 ms/. It possesses a biological arsenal that is as beautiful as it is terrifying. Break time equals 400 ms/. When a predator approaches, the sky whale's crystalline skin begins to shimmer with a frantic, pulsing rhythm, a phenomenon known as the ozone flare. By rapidly compressing the specialized gas bladders within its hollow skeleton, the creature can suddenly expel a concentrated burst of ozone through its blowhole. Break time equals 400 ms/. This creates a shimmering, blue-tinted shockwave that smells sharply of a thunderstorm. Break time equals 400 ms/. For a predator like the condor, this sudden chemical discharge is disorienting and caustic, stinging the eyes and clogging the respiratory system, forcing the attacker to break off its pursuit. Break time equals 400 ms/. If the ozone burst fails to deter a persistent foe, the sky whale resorts to its most formidable weapon, the spiral tusk. Break time equals 400 ms/. This ivory lance is not merely a sensory organ. It is a conductor of atmospheric energy. Break time equals 400 ms/. In a surprising display of bioelectric mastery, the sky whale can harness the static electricity generated by the friction of its wings against the dry mountain air. Break time equals 400 ms/. By focusing this charge through the tip of its tusk, it can deliver a localized electric arc, a literal bolt of lightning, capable of paralyzing a predator's nervous system mid-flight. Break time equals 400 ms/. To witness this is to see the raw power of the heavens harnessed within a living form. Break time equals 400 ms/. It is a desperate, brilliant survival strategy that ensures these gentle giants remain the undisputed masters of the high troposphere, turning the very atmosphere into a shield against the darkness. For the indigenous peoples of the high Arctic, the crystalline sky whale has never been a myth, but a sovereign of the heavens. Break time equals 400 ms/. Known in local dialects as the Windsinger, this majestic fusion of albatross and narwhal has been woven into the tapestry of human culture for millennia. Break time equals 400 ms/. Ancient ivory carvings, found in permafrost settlements dating back 3,000 years, depict a creature with the sweeping, 30-foot wingspan of a bird and the spiraled, ivory tusk of a cetacean, rising through the clouds to meet the northern lights. Break time equals 400 ms / to these early observers. The sky whale was a bringer of storms and a guardian of the migrating herds below. Break time equals 400 ms / They believed that when the sun glints off the creature's iridescent, white-feathered underbelly, it is a sign of a peaceful winter. The break time equals 400 ms / There is a profound, spiritual reverence in their stories, a recognition of a being that bridges the gap between the ocean's depths and the infinite sky. Break time equals 400 ms / in the modern era. Our relationship with this elusive titan has shifted from veneration to a desperate, technological pursuit of understanding. Break time equals 400 ms / Marine biologists and ornithologists now collaborate in high-altitude research stations, using specialized satellite tagging to track their transpolar migrations. Break time equals 400 ms / However, the sky whale remains remarkably wary of our presence. Break time equals 400 ms / They possess an extraordinary sensitivity to the low-frequency vibrations of jet engines. Even a distant survey plane can cause a sky whale to fold its massive wings and enter a steep, defensive dive into the cloud banks, disappearing from sight in seconds. Break time equals 400 ms / One of the most startling discoveries made by recent expeditions is the creature's reaction to human music. Break time equals 400 ms / Researchers stationed on the ice caps have observed that the sky whales often circle lower when traditional Inuit throat singing or melodic woodwinds are played over long-range speakers. Break time equals 400 ms / It appears they are not merely animals of instinct, but beings with a sophisticated appreciation for acoustic harmony. Break time equals 400 ms / Yet, despite this fleeting curiosity, they remain ghosts of the stratosphere. Break time equals 400 ms / We are mere spectators to their lives, granted only rare glimpses of their crystalline tusks breaking through the fog. Break time equals 400 ms / As we struggle to protect the fragile Arctic corridors they inhabit, we are reminded that the sky whale does not belong to us. It is a remnant of a wilder world, soaring far above our reach, reminding us of how much of our own planet remains a beautiful, untouchable mystery. The discovery of the Borealis glider has sent tremors through the foundations of evolutionary biology, challenging our very understanding of how life adapts to catastrophe. Break time equals 400 ms / To look upon this soaring leviathan is to witness a biological bridge between the crushing depths of the abyss and the thin, freezing air of the stratosphere. Break time equals 400 ms / Geneticists, working tirelessly with skin samples recovered from ice-crusted nesting sites, believe they have finally unraveled the enigma of its origin. Break time equals 400 ms / It appears the crystalline sky whale did not emerge through a slow, linear progression, but rather through a frantic, desperate leap of evolution triggered during the height of the last ice age. Break time equals 400 ms / As the polar oceans became locked in a relentless grip of ice, the ancestors of the modern narwhal found their breathing holes closing forever. Break time equals 400 ms / In a world where the sea had become a prison, the only path to survival was upward. Break time equals 400 ms / The transformation is nothing short of miraculous. Break time equals 400 ms / We now believe that over several thousand years, the heavy blubber of the marine mammal began to undergo a process of cellular sublimation, shifting into the porous, gas-filled tissue that now allows the glider to maintain buoyancy in the clouds. Break time equals 400 ms / Most astonishing is the revelation regarding its spiraled ivory tusk. Break time equals 400 ms / While once used for sensing water temperature and salinity, it has evolved into a sophisticated atmospheric lightning rod. Break time equals 400 ms / during the violent electrical storms of the high Arctic, the Borealis glider actually seeks out lightning strikes, absorbing the raw electrical discharge into its nervous system to jumpstart its metabolism during long periods of migration. Break time equals 400 ms /. It is a creature that literally feeds on the fury of the sky. Break time equals 400 ms /. As we watch this magnificent albatross narwhal silhouette against the shimmering curtains of the northern lights, we are reminded that nature possesses an indomitable will to persist. Break time equals 400 ms /. The sky whale is a guardian of the heavens, a ghost of the deep sea that refused to perish when its world turned to ice. Break time equals 400 ms /. It serves as a profound testament to the fluidity of life, a reminder that the boundaries between sea and sky are far thinner than we ever dared to imagine. Break time equals 400 ms /. Whether it will continue to thrive in our warming world remains a mystery, but for now, the crystalline sky whale sails on, a lonely, beautiful sentinel of the clouds, proving that even in the face of extinction, life will always find a way to take flight.